Hey y'all, it's Kathy Bowe, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I'm here to share an amazing card. Let's do it. Hey y'all, so let's make this gorgeous card. This is a card that I made for a friend and I'm sending it off to her. And it says, thinking of you. I got to put this little guy back where he belongs. We'll talk about these in a minute. I'll tell you what I used. First of all, I've just got a stash of doilies, and you see this one's a little different. It doesn't really matter. Stampin' Up has some doilies that are the pearlized doilies right here. And one side is white with pearlized finish, and I think the other side may be like a very vanilla. I'm not sure. I don't have these, so I'm not sure. But pretty much any doilies will do for this little design. And this is the 2019-2020 Stampin' Up annual catalog that I got that out of. Okay, that picture. Okay, so this card looks very intricate and all that. It's not, y'all. It is so easy. A beginner can make this card, and it just makes you feel great about, oh my goodness, I can do this. So it's that simple. All right, so I'll show you what I used. I've got, let's see. This is our lace. It is called Scalloped Lace Trim. And if you can see this, it's very vanilla, and that's okay. This lace is so, it's just really a mild color. I mean, it's not like you can use it with white. It's okay. It just looks vintage to me. Okay, but we are going, if you notice, there's some blue lace here. So we are going to make our own color here in a second. And let me see what else we are using. This beautiful shimmery paper here is from the Noble Peacock collection, and this is Noble Peacock Specialty Designer Series paper. This paper is absolutely gorgeous, y'all. There are also solid sheets that go with this set. And they were sold out when I went to get mine, so I've got to try again a little later. Our cardstock is the Seaside Spray. That is a new in color for 2019 to 2021. And our ink we're going to use is Seaside Spray. So this is the cardstock here, the background. And this is where I stamped. And believe it or not, that right there, that lace is Seaside Spray. But it comes through very dark, and you're going to see how pretty it is. We used the Pearl Basic Jewels. They come in different sizes here. There's this size, whatever, and this size, and this size. I'd actually have to look it up, tell you exactly. Well, wait, maybe it's here. Yes. Okay, there's 140, and they are 1/8 inch, 3/16, and 1/4, or 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter, and 5 millimeter. Okay, we're going to use the itty bitty ones and then a bigger one. Okay, and we're going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals, some dots, the glue dots. We are also going to use these rectangle stitched framelit dies, which are wonderful, y'all. These are one of my favorite dies to use. They're new for 2019. And I mean, they're just, I wish we'd had them a long time ago. We are going to use my Scary Dental tool. Y'all always hear about it. And yes, I've got washi tape on it because it's just kind of hard to pick up sometimes, especially if you got a little glue or something on your hands. And of course, our paper snips. Mine has a Shrinky Dink on it. I stamped this a long time ago and cooked it, and boom, there you go. It's an apron. So I just thought it was super cute, and I love little things that dangle and, you know, bling. And then we're going to use glue. This is the glue that we sell at Stampin' Up. It is the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. It's a multi-purpose glue. It's got the pen tip and the broad tip, and it's great. I love it. But I'll be honest, I found this at the big store, and I can use 40% off. I get more in it, and it's got the pen tip and the broad tip, and it's the same manufacturer, and you get more for your money. So I'm all about that, and I'm hoping that Stampin' Up will, you know, give us something like this. It works, to my knowledge, it works just as good as the other. So I'm all about saving money, and that's why I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, is because I get an amazing discount. You might hear my puppy. He's pretty upset about something. I don't know what. He's talking to his daddy. Okay, so we're going to take this, and I left my bone folder over there. Over there. I'm going to have to just press down this edge here. What I did, I took an 8.5. This is 8.5 by 11. Cut it in half. So it became 8.5 by 5.5. All right, does that make sense? Here's my 8.5 by 5.5 right here, because it's still 8.5 this way, but where I cut it was here, so that makes it half of this length, which was 11, and that makes this part right here 5.5. Then I folded it in half and scored it at 4 1/4. So half of 8.5 is 4 1/4. Okay, so that is our card base. Okay, we'll park him over here for just a minute. Our next piece is the pretty, is it pretty Noble Peacock? Yeah, Noble Peacock. And this designer series paper will tell you you can use Blueberry Bushel, Old Olive, or Pretty Peacock to go with it. But honestly, I love this blue so much because I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. I just thought I could make this work. Lo and behold, it works, y'all. All right, so we're going to take our little doily, and we're just going to fold it over. Just like this. No biggie. Just fold it right over, okay? Then we are going to put a wee bit of glue. Going to put a wee bit of glue. Now, you know, with doilies, you're going to have all these little holes, so you're just going to put some glue in places, just enough to hold it down, keep it from going places. And it's going to squish out a little bit, but it'll be all right. Nobody dies. It's okay. All right? Go on this side, and there you go. Why does my puppy start crying when I'm going to make videos? I don't know. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if this dries clear. I sure hope so, because if not, look. But we're going to have stuff covering it, see, like that, so we can make it work. Okay, so while this dries, I want to show you what we're going to do with our lace. This is a pretty cool thing. We're going to do 3 pieces like this. So I got 1. You hear him crying. 2 and 3. Okay, so 2 of these are going to stay the color they are. I know he's crying, but his daddy's sitting right there, and he can love on him. So he's fine. He's not in a crate. He's just hanging out and crying, because that's what he does. Okay. I opened up my Seaside Spray ink, okay? Opened it up like this. Oops. Okay. Yep, that's just a hazard of what we do here in the Stampin' Up world. Now, I don't have my tool over here, so I just tore off a little bit of this plastic tape, paper here. Plastic paper. I'm going to set it down, and I'm just going to hold my finger down and pull. Now, let me tell you something cool about this. For some reason, this particular ribbon turns really dark, because you see this is much darker. Make sure my hands are not blue. This is much darker than that Seaside Spray right there. So I don't know why, but it just takes the color a bit darker. But here is the cool thing about all of this. Any kind of Stampin' Up! Ribbon that you get, you can test this method and see if it works, because you can turn your ribbon whatever color your project is. So if you buy white ribbon, or if you buy very vanilla, you're good to go. Now you'll see there's marks in here. I think I'll go ahead and stamp. Y'all know what? I left my stamps over there. Please hold. One, two, three. Okay, so I have a stamp here that says thinking of you. Don't ask me what set this comes from. It's just a thinking of you stamp. I'm sorry, my block is kind of icky. But look, you see where these white spots are that the ribbon left? I think you can just work this ink back in there. See? It's already working back in. It just needs to be moved around a little bit. Works pretty well, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, so we are going to stamp this thinking of you right here in the Seaside Spray. Same color as our cardstock, same color as our ribbon that we dyed right here. And that's almost dry. So we'll just say thinking of you right here. I did wiggle that a little bit. I don't know why, but I did. Okay, now we're going to cut it out with the Big Shot. If you don't know much about the Big Shot, you can go to my YouTube channel section that says Stamping 101, and you should get lots of information there. This is a very simple configuration, because when you use the the dies from Stampin' Up, they used to be called framelits. When you use their dies, it's just a simple configuration of the base plate and two of these plastic things. So not too much there to struggle with. All right, we're just going to roll it through. And I got my Big Shot on Amazon, I think. I know everybody loves the teal. And that's what I enjoy using. So there we go. Isn't that pretty? It's got the stitched edge there. And if I wanted to, I could come back with the next size die from this and cut another one and make a background of another color, which of course in this case would be Seaside Spray. But that's not part of the design today, so I'm not doing it. Okay. All right, so now we have this, and you see I have not put this layer onto the card yet. There's a reason. We're going to put this on, and I've got tape over here. All right, just plain old Scotch tape, and one of the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators ages ago called this the cheater method. You just turn it over and you tape your ribbon down. Sorry I've got ink on my hands, but you know, that's part of the fun, right? Okay, we got a little lace over here, a little lace over there. Look at it, make sure it's straight. I like it. Now we're going to come in with the next color, and because I've got a little bit going on right here that I'm not sure is going to look right, I think maybe with this one, yes, I know I did. I used my snail adhesive, which is this fine stuff right here. It's a double-sided tape that goes that way. It does not go this way, and it does not go that way. You'll really tear it up. Ask me how I know. So this is called, actually it's Tombow Permanent Adhesive. Again, I bought this at the big store because I could get 40% off, and you know, it's not cheap, but I didn't have to pay shipping. So there you go. Okay, so I'm quite sure that's what I used on this one, and here I used the liquid glue. So lesson learned, let's use double-sided adhesive there. Okay, all right. Don't y'all love it when I make the mistakes? And then you're like, oh, I didn't have to make that mistake. It's already been made for me. Hey, I'm here to serve, y'all. I am here to serve. Okay. So I went to church this morning. I love my church, y'all. I love my church so much. There are just some amazing people there. And this one lady that I'm kind of sort of just now getting to know a little bit, she has only been attending church for about 4 years. She's from California. Here we go with our next layer right here. This is really pretty, y'all. If I do say so myself. I can't believe I actually designed this card. Anyway, she said the reason she doesn't go to the Bible studies and stuff is because she doesn't want to be asked to pray out loud. And I said, you don't have to worry about that. All you got to do is tell the Bible study leader that you just don't want to be called on to pray out loud, and you will not have to do it. And I really feel for her because, you know, a lot of people may feel that way. And I mean, it comes natural to me to just talk my head off, whether I'm talking to y'all or I'm talking to God. I do try to listen when I'm talking to God, but He knows me. I mean, He knows I've just got to talk. And anyway, so, you know, it comes natural to me, but it, you know, it is a little nervous sometimes. It makes me a little nervous sometimes to pray in public like that, because what if I forget that Boudreaux's aunt's sister's dog passed away and I forget to ask for prayer? You know, I'm just saying, what if? Then I leave somebody out, right? And that's not good. And anybody who's been to Bible study knows what I mean when I say Boudreaux's aunt's Boudreaux's aunt's neighbor's dog passed away. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We love everybody, but I'll tell you what, sometimes those prayer requests go out to 27 degrees away. All right. Glue dot time, scary dental tool time. I am going to put this, I've somehow gotten ink on everything. I think I did not let my ribbon dry long enough. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put me another one there. And don't get excited. We're going to tie a bow in a minute. Do not get excited. Anything can happen, y'all. See, I've even got a little blur right there. But hey, I'm at the point I can't care about it right now. I can't. I've just got to go with what? The flow? Good idea. We're going to go with the flow. Okay, so we'll get a little bit more ribbon because we can. And I'm going to tie my little bow. And I've got ink on my hands. Ink on my hands. Let's see, I don't think there's a song that can go with that. So, how about this? I got sunshine on a cloudy day when it's cold outside. I've got the month of May. Okay, that looks pretty good. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? My bow, talking about this bow I just made. My bow, ooh, ooh. How you like that? Now my bow has its own song. Okay, so now we got to decide how we want our bow to look. To be honest, I don't care, but you may. So do you want your curly cues on the top, or do you want them on the bottom, or whatever? You know, start over, redo, whatever. It's up to you. Now, but the way I'm placing it, you see, the boo-boos right here and the extra glue right there. All right, lesson number 1, let that lace dry. I should have dyed a piece, let it dry, and then shown you how to do it. Come back with the dry one. But it's okay. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to put this like this, and guess what? Nobody's ever going to see it. How about that, my people? Here we go. We got another glue dot. Glue dot. Talking about glue dots. Glue dots. Ooh, ooh. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now, I do want mine to kind of go like this, okay? So, I'm going to take another glue dot, and I'm going to tell this thing, I am the boss of you. I'm going to put it right here. Can you see that? I hope so. And then I'm going to move this little piggy right there. I mean, when you say this little, don't you think piggy? All right, no? Well, I did. Okay, so I got to straighten these guys back up because they got a little crazy. That went a little bit. That went a little bit off there. Okay. All right. Well, hey, it'll work. It will work. It still says thinking of you. You can kind of sort of see that. Okay, let's put our little jewels on. This is not the kind of jewels you want to leave family, you know, and tell them all they're real. Yeah, no. These are just play jewels. That's right. These are not heirlooms, people. Okay, we're going to use this big one. And we're going to put it down here. Why? Because there's a boo-boo there. There's a boo-boo on my card today. All right, now, ask me how I know. You have to glue these dots down, these little pearls down, because the adhesive that's on here, you put that along with this ink, and that they just gonna go do what they want to do. They are gonna go do what they want to do. So let's see. I just put a bunch of dots. I use my Scary Dental tool, and I'm just gonna pick them up like this and stick them down. Okay, hey, get in there. Okay, I hope I put my glue in the right places. We'll know in a minute. We will know in a minute. I think I did, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? I love this card. It's like just so delicate and pretty. And I love anything Victorian and vintage and lacy. I really do. My friend Angela and I, we love, there was a magazine years ago called Victoria. And I tell you what, that thing just sang to my heart. I love that magazine. I think it's still out there. It's just not the same Victoria that it used to be. But that's okay. You know, things change. Who knows what crawled up there and changed everything. Not to say it was a negative thing, but I mean, if it's crawling, ha ha ha. Oh, come, really? Get back on there. Oh, so I subscribed. We're not getting Netflix anymore because they've lost their minds. They're doing some shows that I can't get behind, and they moved their prices up to $12.99 a month. So I'm like, who are you to charge me that? So we quit. We quit Netflix, and we just signed up for one called PureFlix. It's P like Paul, P-U-R-E-F-L-I-X. And another reason is we grew up with Elton John, okay? We did, my husband and I. And he's been such, I mean, we've just thought he was great, right? I don't like my bow anymore, so I'm going to be working on that while I tell you all this. We thought he was great. And then we went to go see his life story. And honestly, it was not okay. Not okay what they showed on that film. Not okay. There was no warning that it was going to be like that. And I just, I do not recommend it for, certainly not your kids. There was almost pornographic sex in, well, I would say it's pornographic in my book. And yeah, no. So anyway, I'm just kind of irritated now with the fact that we love to go to movies and we don't feel safe just picking out a movie. So, okay, now I'm going to put my Stampin' Dimensionals on, which is going to elevate this card. Okay, I'm done playing with the little bow. I figured that'll do. Now, you see the back is a hot mess. Who's going to see that? Nobody, right? So, I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put a bunch on here. So, after the Elton John experience, and we agree we should have left when they first started doing drugs on the screen. We just should have left then because it's just going to go worse from there. And we've learned our lesson. But anyway, so I'm just, like, I'm very, very careful now what we pay to go see. So I've subscribed to PureFlix, and so far, out of 2 shows, I really liked one. The other one was full of teen angst, and praise the Lord, I don't have to deal with that hot mess anymore. My kids are grown, and they're on the verge of their own kids' teen angst. So, that one didn't appeal to me at all, like I cut it off midway, but I've only seen those 2. And that first one was great. It was wholesome. It had a really good storyline. Girl's about to get married, and she meets another guy, and he's totally opposite, and really good characters, supporting characters, all that stuff. So yeah, we've had to make a decision about movies. We're just not going to trust Hollywood to, oh, look what I got. It's a little dot, and it came from right there, and I got to put, oh, there's another one missing. Okay, so, oh, there's one, and there's 2. Found them. So apparently these need to dry a bit longer. But we're not going to allow Hollywood to infiltrate our hearts, and we are taking charge. How about that? I mean, there's a war going on, you guys. Telling you, they're trying to get us over there with them. Okay, there we go. Thinking of you and thinking of you with a bow in the way, but hey, it's okay. If I mail these, they are going to have to go in a padded envelope because these little guys here, which will be fine once they all dry, and the fact that we don't want it bent or broken or whatever, okay? Now, the jury's out a little bit on these pearls here. Let me see. These have been on longer. Okay, they're staying on. So, yeah, we're good. We're good. You can use either of these, and you'll be fine. They're both made by Tombow. So, this is the one that's been on longer, and they're not going anywhere. These, however, need to dry. I would totally redo this bow. I'll probably do that after the video because I'm just not thrilled with it. This one I really like. It's just a little more free and a little prettier. But see, it's over here and it has more room because of my boo-boos there. I had to put it there. So that's it. And let me know if you know any really good, wholesome family movies. Put it in the comments below and I'll be sure to check it out. And I mean, I don't get any kind of kickbacks or anything from PureFlix. I'm just telling you, we just subscribed, and 1 out of 2 shows I really liked. It reminded me of the Hallmark Channel, but it's not so. It's just not so sappy. I don't know. I don't know. So hey, thanks for stopping by. Oh, and let me tell you this real quick. look what I did to my July host code. I'm telling you, this ink is everywhere. Please go by my store, kathybo.stampinup.net, and between July and August 31st, through August 31st, you can join Stampin' Up! For $99, and you get $155 worth of your choice in the catalog. Now, in addition to that, you're going to get a $10 gift card the month after you join. So if you join in July, you're going to get it in August. If you join in August, you're going to get it in September. And in addition to that, you will have access to the holiday catalog, which goes live next week only to demonstrators. So we're going to be able to see it online next week. There's a lot of teasers out there because there was a trip to Greece that a lot of demonstrators went on, and I think they had like 425 that qualified for it, and about 380 were able to go. So anyway, they have some things online, but if you join my team, and you do not have to sell a thing, you can just be a hobbyist, or if you would like to host card making events in your home or at your church, or if you want to do some videos, things like that, just let me know and I'll work with you and help you get started with all of that. If you want to place an order today, please use this July host code right here. It's 49H4CDWS, and you'll use it for any order up to $150. If you order $150 before shipping and tax, you're going to want to put your own order and not use the host code, because that way you'll get the hostess benefits. Anybody that places a $50 order will get a $5 coupon in the mail, email, to be used in August. If it's $150, you're going to get 3 $5 coupons. And I mean, that's just amazing. Stampin' Up! Is really blowing it out for July and August, and if you miss it, you're going to miss it, because they're probably not going to do that kind of thing, anytime soon. Because right now they're going to be focused on their holiday catalog as soon as that comes out. So if you need a catalog, see, I'm already taking this apart. If you need a catalog, you just let me know, and I will be sure to get one to you, okay? Alrighty, so if you want to see me finish this bow, just stick around a minute. I'm just going to put it right like this. I'm going to cut its little legs off. Whack! There we go. I like that better. Isn't that sweet? I just like it better that way. Okay. Thanks, y'all, for coming by. God bless. And please subscribe and share. Toodles!